Breaking tonight, major controversy erupting between one of America's biggest broadcasters and a Republican presidential candidate who one TV network executive just compared to a racist killer. Welcome to the Kelly File, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. Just 24 hours ago, the nation's largest Spanish TV network, Univision, along with the Washington Post, announced plans to sponsor a Republican presidential candidates forum in March. Tonight, that may be in question, amid reports that Univision's president of programming and content posted and then deleted this. An image on Instagram associating Donald Trump with the mass murderer who killed 9 people in Charleston last week. It comes as Univision announces it is dropping a TV deal to carry the Miss Universe program, which Trump produces, because it objects to remarks Mr. Trump made when he declared his run for president.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Mark Thiessen and Howie Kurtz are here on the politics and the media here. But first, Mr. Trump weighs in on being compared to an accused mass murderer. Mr. Trump, thank you for being here tonight. Your reaction now to the fact that the president of programming and content at Univision sent out a picture on his Instagram account comparing you to a mass murderer.
Well, I think it's disgraceful. I think he should be ashamed of himself. He immediately deleted it, and the lawyers are going to have a field day. And as you know, they broke a contract. We have a binding 5-year contract where they pay a lot of money. And they broke it, and they're not allowed to do that. They have no right to break it. And frankly, Mexico, though, their people, their leaders are much smarter than our leaders. They're taking advantage of the United States, both at the border and on trade. And the reason that Univision, in my opinion, broke the contract because a tremendous amount of pressure was put on frankly, by Mexico and by the leaders of Mexico, put on Univision because they didn't like what I was saying about trade.
They say, they went on the record and actually said specifically that it was the comments you made based on your recent quote, this is a quote, insulting remarks about Mexican immigrants. That's why they say they canceled the Miss Universe contract.
Frankly, tremendously bad people are coming in. All you have to do is speak to the Border Patrol. They'll tell you we have some terrible people coming in, not only from Mexico, they're flowing through Mexico, through the border, but they're coming from all over. And they are killers, and they are people that we don't want in this country in many cases. So I speak my mind. I make speeches about it. I get the biggest crowds. I get the biggest standing ovations. Everybody knows what I'm saying is true. And by the way, the Mexican government knows. Obviously, they're going to try and send lots of bad ones. Certainly, some wonderful people come through. They should do it in a legal fashion, but some wonderful people come through.
Let me ask you about Univision specifically, because I understand you're defending your remarks, but what do you make of this television company? Now its president of content suggesting you're just like a mass murderer. Then their lead news anchor Jorge Ramos sent out the New York Daily News cover that puts you in a clown face with favor. So he favors this. This is their news anchor. This is likely to be the person who will participate in the hosting of this presidential forum. And my question to you is, will you attend if they, in fact, are allowed to host this?
Well, I don't think they should be allowed. It's a total conflict. And by the way, they're also big supporters of Hillary Clinton. If you look at the people from Univision, they're big supporters of Hillary Clinton. You know that.
Would you go? Would you sit there at Univision for a forum after this?
Well, based on the polls, I easily qualify. That I can tell you. And I guess I would probably go because I would just have to go and defend myself. They may be much tougher on me than anybody else because certainly the people that I'm running against are not. Jeb Bush does not speak this way. That I can tell you. If Jeb Bush was in my position, he would have folded. He wouldn't have gone, which I could have done very easily. All I have to do is be silent. And Mexico would continue to rip us off for many years to come. But that's not what our country needs to be great again.
Donald Trump, always great to hear from you. Thank you for being here.